If you are a language teacher like me, we try our best to immerse students in language. But have you ever tried immersing your students in other ways? As much as we want students to be surrounded by the sights, sounds, and smells of culture, we are limited in what we can do. However, with advancements in augmented reality and virtual reality, we can emulate some of these experiences. In this video, we are going to identify a few immersive programs that you could try implementing and develop one idea into a hands-on learning experience by following best practices. One tool for giving students context and visuals of daily lives in other places is 360 Cities. This program uses 360-degree video to offer the perspective of standing in a plaza, visiting a landmark, or walking through a park in cities like Barcelona. Air Pano, on the other hand, takes you to the skies. This immersive program can better develop students' perspectives towards geography and the environment, like Acha Waterfall in Venezuela or the Galapagos Islands off the coast of Ecuador. These sites allow students to use their own devices, like phones, tablets, or laptops. Narrate information in the target language, ask students to narrate what they see, or ask them to reflect on how the area is similar or different from where they live. If you are feeling even more ambitious and wanted to try a virtual experience that feels more hands-on, have you ever considered trying a cooking simulator in class? There are gamified versions that could offer an extremely engaging and memorable opportunity to incorporate content such as following directions, food vocabulary, and cultural dishes. To help you think how you might integrate an experience like this, let's look at a best practices checklist. First, the design step. Consider what you are hoping students will get out of the experience. Maybe you want them to follow directions to create a dish or show language comprehension and cultural competence. Then consider what tool would be the best fit. Do you have control over what is being prepared? Do you have control over how learners are presented the directions? Do you want to control the pace and language input? That may influence what program you use. One example that may fit here is the game Cooking Simulator, which would allow your students to make dishes like gazpacho or caldo verde. It sounds like Cooking Simulator 2 will have even more freedom and international dishes, so keep an ear out for upcoming news on that. Once you have found the tool, adapt it to your lesson and needs, and prepare how you're going to present the experience. It's important to remember that forcing an immersive experience when it doesn't fit can actually be counterproductive, so make an educated decision. In the preparation phase, note all the equipment you need and get it together. It is more than just having a device or headset. You also need to make sure devices have access to strong internet and the necessary software. For a cooking simulator, you will likely need a headset with controllers for the full effect. Making sure the equipment is prepared by being charged and cleaned, but also make sure students are prepared by motivating them and demonstrating the program in advance. When implementing the experience, start by implementing prior knowledge with conventional practice in a format the students are familiar with, such as an activity on paper or through a frequently used app. There's data to suggest that integrating the immersive experience second will have more of an impact than the other way around. Start with small tasks, like having students pick up the ingredient or utensil that you say, then build up to more complex tasks, like chopping a veggie or cooking a meat. Provide guidance in the target language, keep them engaged with questions, and check their knowledge throughout the task to ensure they are learning from the experience. Finally, at the end of the lesson, assess the students. Did they create the correct dish with all the necessary ingredients? Keep in mind that the immersion was just the vehicle to practice, so being experts at VR was not the learning objective, but using and applying the language was. Give them feedback, have them reflect on the experience. Was it easy or difficult to make this dish? Would you eat it? Also allow students to evaluate the experience from their perspective. Take this feedback to inform future instruction. Have you used immersive tools in a language class? Share your experiences below.